Welcome back to Fix and Cruise. If your car sounds like a jet engine taking off, or your steering wheel feels like it's got a mind of its own, you might be dealing with a ticking time bomb, a bad wheel bearing. These small components support the entire weight of your vehicle, and if they fail catastrophically, your wheel can literally separate from the car while driving. The good news? The symptoms are loud and clear if you know what to listen for. Specifically, a growling noise that changes pitch when you turn. Let's watch this breakdown from EasyAutoFix to see exactly how to spot it.
I hope you guys are all having a productive day. EasyAutoFix here, and today we're going to learn symptoms of a bad wheel bearing. The purpose of the wheel bearings is to allow the wheels to spin freely while supporting the weight of the car. A severely worn out bearing can cause the wheels to come off while driving, so it's critical to not ignore the symptoms I'll discuss today. The first symptom you could be experiencing with your car is hearing noises when driving. You could hear growling, rumbling, or humming sounds, and they will typically get louder as you increase speed. The sound will be coming from the wheel that has the defective wheel bearing. The way you can figure out which bearing is affected is by driving and turning the wheel at the same time. For example, if you turn the steering wheel to the right and the noise gets louder, this could mean the wheel bearing on the left side of the front wheel is defective. This is because the weight of the vehicle is transferred to the left side when turning right, creating more pressure for the defective wheel bearing to handle. The second symptom of a bad wheel bearing is a loose steering wheel. If the wheel bearing wears out, it's going to create excessive play in that wheel. This is why the steering wheel feels loose when turning left or right. It will also get worse when you drive over rough surfaces such as bumpy roads. This leads to the next symptom, vibrations in the steering wheel. You'll notice the steering wheel shake and get worse as you increase speed. This is caused by a worn out wheel bearing causing the wheels to wobble as you're driving. Since the wheels are connected to the tie rods and the tie rods are connected to the steering rack, the vibrations will be felt in the steering wheel. The last symptom of a faulty wheel bearing is having the ABS light on. This occurs in some vehicles because the ABS sensor is attached to the wheel hub assembly, which houses the wheel bearings. When the bearings go out, it can cause the ABS light to come on.
Alright, let's unpack what we just saw, because there is some really crucial diagnostic info there that can save you a trip to the shop. First off, did you guys catch that specific noise description? Growling, rumbling, or humming. That is the hallmark of bearing failure. But here is the part that confuses most people, identifying which side is bad. Let's talk about that load test mentioned in the video. This is physics in action. When you are driving and you steer to the right, the weight of your car shifts to the left. If the noise gets louder when you turn right, your left bearing is taking on more pressure and screaming for help. Conversely, if you turn left and the noise gets louder, it's the right bearing. It's a simple shift of weight, but it's the most accurate way to diagnose this on the road. And then there's the steering feel. The video mentioned a loose steering wheel or vibrations. Think about it. If that bearing is worn down, there is physical space, or play, inside the hub. That wheel isn't sitting tight anymore. It's wobbling on its axis. That wobble travels up the tie rods, through the rack, and right into your hands. Finally, that ABS light. This is a sneaky one. A lot of people see an ABS light and think, brake problem. But because that wheel speed sensor is often built directly into the hub assembly, a wobbly bearing can knock that sensor out of alignment or damage it, triggering the dashboard light. So if you have a hum and a warning light, you've almost certainly found your culprit. Now, I want to give you my critical take on this, specifically regarding how you should handle the repair. While the video did a great job explaining the symptoms, we need to talk about the severity and the repair process. First, do not ignore this. I have seen cars come into the shop where the bearing seized up, got so hot it welded itself to the spindle, or the wheel actually sheared off. This isn't a fix-it next month problem. It's a fix-it-this weekend problem. From a mechanic's perspective, here is my advice on replacement. Do them in pairs. If your front left bearing has failed at 100,000 miles, your front right bearing has traveled the exact same distance and hit the exact same potholes. It is living on borrowed time. Save yourself the headache and just swap them both out at the same time. Also, quality matters. When you buy replacement parts, do not buy the cheapest generic hub assembly you find online. Cheap bearings use low-grade steel and poor grease. You will be doing this job again in 6 months. Stick to reputable brands like Timken, SKF, or MOOG. One last tip that wasn't in the video. If you can't hear the noise but suspect a bearing, go for a drive, then carefully, and I mean carefully, put your hand near the wheel hub. Don't touch the hot brakes. If one hub is scorching hot compared to the others, that friction is a dead giveaway that the bearing is toast. It's a straightforward fix on most modern cars with bolt-on hub assemblies, but it requires the right torque specs and safety measures. Huge shout out to EasyAutoFix for that excellent visual guide. We've linked their channel and the repair manual they mentioned in the description below. Go check them out. If this video helped you diagnose that mystery rumble in your ride, hit that like button and subscribe to Fix and Cruise for more honest mechanical advice. Have a productive day and keep it safe on the road. See you in the next one.